Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Adelante Rechargeable Cob Camping Lantern. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful, I'll put a link to this in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So here it says features: this waterproof space used for storage, charger devices for emergency purposes, operation, it has a button on top, it has 4 modes: super mode, high mode, medium mode, night mode, and strobe mode. So here we have the lantern. It comes with a USB Type-C cable, and that's what it uses for charging. The cable is just under 3 feet, so it has a charging port on the side. I'll open that up. I'll plug in the USB Type-C. So this includes a USB Type-A port, so you could use this to charge your devices like your phone. Now I typically would carry a battery pack with me if, say, I'm camping to charge my phone, but if for some reason I forgot that or in an emergency, you could use this to charge your phone. So I'll get this charging. And I'm not showing anything on the charger, so I think it's fully charged. So it came with some instructions. It says it has a handle. This says micro USB, but it's actually USB-C, so this might be some old instructions. It has on-off power button, indicator lights, cob floodlight, storage. So this says it's rechargeable and it uses lithium-ion batteries, has a power bank function, has storage in the bottom. So there's not a lot of information in the instructions, but the Amazon page has more information, so I'll go over that. So it has 5 modes on it. The high mode is 100%, then it has a 50% mode, 30% mode, ultra low mode, and strobe mode. It's powered by 2 batteries. There are 2 18650 batteries at 2000 milliamp hours each. On the ultra low mode it runs for 190 hours continuous, so that's a pretty handy feature. And it has 4 5-watt cobs. So cob means chip on board, so that's the type of LED here. So it's like a board with a bunch of LEDs on it. So there's one of these on each side. Now this is rubber here and it's rubberized on the bottom, so there's like a rubber layer there, so it doesn't slide easily. Okay. And then if it kind of falls on its side, it's padded a little bit. There's also rubber on this metal handle here, and it does have a little peak on there, so you can hang that from a hook pretty easy. If we take the bottom off, we can see there's storage here. So if you notice the size of these and the fact that it says plus minus here, it looks like there was a version of this that maybe had batteries at one time, or at least for this mold, but this has different batteries in it. So now this has storage space in here. So it seems like a perfect place to store something like the charging cable. And you could also put in, say, a phone charging cable or matches or other things in here. So I could see myself putting some paracord in here. I could tie that up to a tree branch and then hang this from that. And then this screws on, like so. So to turn this on, we press the button, and this is high mode. Doesn't quite come through on camera. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I just counted the LEDs in here. I could have turned it down to do that. I don't know what I was thinking. But there were 30 LEDs here, so there's 30 on each side. So that gives you 360-degree dispersal of light. So that's the high. Oh, and I just want to show you something I just experienced here. So this has a feature on it where you turn it on, you press it once, you press it again, it'll go to the next mode. So if it's on for, I think, 8 seconds, it has a feature, if you hit it again, it will turn off. So that's very nice. So whatever mode it's on, if it's been past 8 seconds since you turned it on, you can just hit that once to turn it off. So I think that's very handy. So this is bright. This is 50% mode. And you'll see it's flashing here on my camera, but in real life you cannot see the flashing. So there is the 30% mode. And this is the ultra low mode. So I think this mode would be handy. I've been to some campsites where you have a bathroom house and there's no light in it. You could take this and hang it up there. I'm thinking with like private campsites, like when I go with the scouts, they have a youth campsite. I don't know that I'd want to put this in a public restroom, but in the youth campsite, you could hang this in the bathroom and just leave it in there all night. And on this mode, it's supposed to last up to 190 hours. So this is not very bright. It doesn't look like much, but if you went to a pitch black room and hung this up, I think it would be plenty of light for an application like that. You're obviously not going to do surgery with this much light, but it's not made for that. This would be perfect for a restroom or maybe even walking along a trail. And having a low light like this is less likely to harm your night vision too. And then we have strobe mode, which is like this. So you could use that in an emergency. So if you're hiking and you're lost and you're hoping people would find you, you could turn on strobe mode, maybe put this up in a tree or something, and that should attract attention. So I'm going to turn the light off and check those modes out. Okay, it's mostly dark here, but this is the high mode, 50%, 30%, and the low light mode. So you could read a book with this low mode. I mean, there's probably a lot of things you could do to this because your eyes will adjust. But if you're cooking dinner at a campsite maybe, I'd probably prefer the 30 mode. I mean, you could turn it up higher too, but if you wanted to preserve more battery life. So I'll point my camera at the wall, and I have the lantern and the camera 4 foot from the wall. They're in line with each other, and I'll go through the different modes and you can see how it casts on the wall. Okay, so you can see a tiny bit of light coming from behind. This is on 100%. This is 50, 30, and this is low. So I'll cover my hand up here. You can see it is casting a little bit of light there. So that's the Adelante Rechargeable Cob camping lamp. I think this is going to be a great addition to our camping supplies. We have a couple different camping lanterns. Our old one was fluorescent and it took 8D batteries. So batteries are expensive on it. It was big and it didn't put out that much light. This is superior. This is smaller. It gives off more light. It's more adjustable. It's just better in every way. It's really an order of magnitude better than our old fluorescent lamp. I like that this is not too heavy. We could easily hang this from the top of our tent on the inside, or you could hang this from a, say, dining fly or something like that. I mean, it has a little bit of weight to it, so you do want to make sure it's secure, but it's nothing you can't rig up pretty easily. This is nice that it gives 360-degree light, so it can light up all around. If you're camping and you're playing games, you can turn this on, it would light up your table. It gives a nice even light, and I really like this low-powered mode. I think that would be great for a lot of applications. This would also work well in emergencies, especially if you have a power outage. You could use this on the low light mode just to see around your place, and it will last days, especially if you're very conservative about how you use it. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.